Hi everybody, I'm Matrix Andrea and we're going to continue our playthrough of Dark Souls, New Game 4. Let me show you my build before we get started. And today I'm going to go into the Lower Undead Burg and the depths. The very first thing to do here is to run up these stairs and get into the shortcut that leads back into the Upper Undead Burg, so if you die you can come back from the bonfire. The Lower Undead Burg is pretty short, but if you're not poised up, the boss can be pretty tough. In one of these doors here you can rescue one of the sorcerer characters that can teach you magic, but I'm not going to rescue him because I've got no reason to do that. And back there's I think a twin humanity, but there's a bunch of torch hollows and they can really tear you up if you're not blocking when they attack you with their flailing charge. And there's also some hollow thieves hiding in these doorways here, but you can hit a couple of them through the doors just by swinging your weapon at it. They kick the doors open when you get close enough to one of them, and then they try to ambush you. So I mentioned poise before when I first got started, and I gotta tell you, coming from Demon Souls where something like poise didn't exist, I had no idea what that meant. It says something about resisting attacks without breaking form in the description, but I didn't know what that meant when I looked at it. It was just some mechanic that I had no idea about. So when I first fought this boss, and you'll see why, I kept getting stun locked and killed. I must have died to this boss like 10 times on my first playthrough. And I gotta tell you, I was pissed. Alright, here we go. like I said, the Lower Burg is pretty short. I think this is the Demon Machete. Wow, I haven't picked one of those up in a while. Yeah, the first time I fought this boss back in 2011, I got stun locked by the dogs and the Capra Demon kept killing me. So pretty rough if you don't know what poise is, but now everybody knows. Actually, I'm going to run back upstairs and get the shortcut back to the Firelink Shrine, so I'm going to cut the video back ahead to here. Give me just a second. Alright, up those stairs and in that building to my left is a gate that leads back to the Firelink Shrine, so it's a good way to get back without having to run through the Lower Undead Burg again. But the depths are over here. And there's a decent amount of torch hollows down here, and believe me, you'll probably see them do their flailing attack, and when they do, I'll let you know. If you don't have poise and you get stun locked by that attack, you're probably going to die. That treasure box over there has the large Ember in it, so you can take your weapons up to +10. But there's a butcher guarding it. In all my years of playing this game, during my last cycle, I got hit by that weapon in her left hand, and it knocks you down on your face, and then she chops you in the back. And I got killed doing that, so I'm not going to rescue Laurentius. I was actually afraid to fight this one. I remember coming down here for the first time on October 30th, 2011. That was the morning, well, that was the day that I left for England. My first time traveling out of the country, and I was down here. I'd heard that you could get green shards from the slimes. So I had a normal +5 weapon, and I saw these slimes on the ceilings, and I was killing them, and I got my first green shard, and I was so happy. I hadn't gone to Blight Town, so I didn't know that you could farm them down there and get more at a time. Yeah, there's the flailing attack that'll kill you if you're not poised up. And there's a green shard. Like I said, I was really happy when I first got one of those because I thought I could farm for divine weapons and that faith would be worth a damn as far as divine weaponry went. Dark Souls is pretty harsh about physical versus split damage. Unlike Demon Souls, all of the builds are viable against PvE, but Dark Souls is really not. Pure physical does much more damage than split damage and magic weapons. Rats build up poison pretty fast, but you can farm these guys for humanity if you don't go into the DLC. I was doing that in one of my playthroughs before I started recording, because like I said, I really don't care for the DLC stages. I have the master key, but the sewer chamber key will open up that room to the bonfire if you don't have the master key. And then there's another channeler down here, so I want to kill him so he doesn't buff the boss. They don't respawn until you get to the Duke's Archives much later in the game. So if you're looking for the Channeler's Trident for the Knight's Honor trophy, it's going to be a little while before, unless you get really lucky. The less humanity you have, the lower your curse bar is, so it makes a difference to have a decent amount of humanity when you're up against those curse frogs. So Kirk invades 3 times in this game. He also made an appearance in Dark Souls 3. You can get the barbed sword and the spiked shield from him. If you kill him all the times that he invades, you can get his armor set. So the shortcut back to the bonfire room is up these stairs here, and I'm going to use that later when I go back into Blight Town, because I'm going to go in from the front entrance, which is something that I really never do. I always take the shortcut down there, but since I'm doing a recorded playthrough, I may as well actually go through the front and risk getting killed, which I probably will. Oh, and I'm using a fire longsword, not a chaos longsword, because when I was building up my equipment, trying to get everything settled for recording, I didn't have a whole lot of humanity, so I just didn't bother getting the chaos ember. That's Dom Hall, and he sells you a few crystal equipments and some other stuff, but I don't need to talk to him, so I'm just going to move on to the boss. You can summon Solaire and Lautrec for this fight, but there's really no reason to do that, so I'm not gonna. Not a difficult boss. You just gotta bait it into doing its charge attack, and you can do extra damage by hitting it in the head, but it always runs into a wall while I'm fighting it, so I always settle for hitting it in the leg. You can see how much damage Sunlight Blade was doing anyway, so it didn't matter. I have been one-shotted by that boss with 99 vitality on New Game 7 before, so you gotta be careful. Anyway, I think that'll do for this video. We'll go to Blighttown from the front entrance next time, and I'll probably die by falling off a cliff, so there's that to look forward to. But anyway, I'll see everybody again in the next one. Thank you for watching.